Hey y'all, it's me, Jerome, and I have a story for y'all. So we're gonna title this one, I Paid for a Date I Did Not Plan. Yeah, I paid for a date I did not plan. So let me wrap up the first part of it. I met this guy about 7 months ago. Really cool guy. And when I say really cool guy, when I met him 7 months ago, we met each other on the website and on a dating website. You know how I am about these dating websites. And so met him, and when I say meet him, we were actually just conversing. We matched with each other. So we were just conversing, and we only conversed for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, but it was off and on. It wasn't nothing where, hey, let's go meet each other, let's go have drinks, let's have dinner. It wasn't none of that. It was strictly just platonic, like, conversation, great text messages. That was it. Nothing exchanged between the two of us personally. And so, meanwhile, while we were having that conversation about those 2 or 3 weeks, he automatically told me that he was going to be leaving Atlanta for 6 months. And so that was cool. I wasn't, down about it. And I don't think he was down about it. We were just like, oh, okay, cool. I don't do long distance, so it was what it was. So he went off, left, and he came back. Now, meanwhile, I was dating other guys. I'm going to make a video about that because I know y'all probably like, damn, this nigga date a lot of people. I do, but my dating is different. And I might talk about in this video, I might make another video about it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But we were just dating. Dating to me is I see you, you see me. We have no ties with each other. You cannot tell me what to do. That's it. I'm just going on a date. That's it. I'm still single. So anyway, bring it on back. He came back to Atlanta. On the same website, no, a different website. A different website we met on. And let me just tell you, the first time I met him, it was on Facebook dating, which was pretty cool. The second time, I was in some shenanigans and I was on Jack. That's only for my people. But anyway, I was on Jack. And so I met the guy, or I connected with the guy. We were conversing. He ended up giving me his phone number like right off the rip. Now, normally when the guy give me his number right off the rip, I don't call it because I'm like, I don't want you having my phone number. Like, we haven't made a connection yet. But it was something different about him. I put the number in my phone, y'all. I really don't have the boy number. Still, at this point while I'm putting his number in, I'm like, where do I know this particular person from? So I end up calling him on the phone. I was like, hey, I already had your number in my phone. He was like, yeah, I know that. And so I'm thinking like, okay, how do we know each other? So as he's talking and telling me his story, I was like, oh my God, I know who this is. And immediately I was like, oh, this is cool because I really like this guy early on. Anyway, still had a good conversation. Well, his conversation was still good. He got on me a little bit for not remembering him. I'm like, you were all the way in, 4 or 5 states away or whatnot. I did not know you were coming back. A lot of people always say that they're leaving temporarily and they're going to come back. You never know what may happen when you get to a place. And it just is what it is. So anyway, we talked for probably a week. And not even a whole week. Let's just say we probably connected like on a Saturday or a Sunday. And we end up meeting each other on a Friday or Saturday. So yeah, I guess it is a week. So we end up meeting each other, and then in between time and in the meantime, I was telling him like, hey, we need to hang out, we need to meet, what's your schedule, whatnot. And at this time, he had just got back to the city. So he was actually staying with some friends, and he had just started work, and he was trying to get everything together, which I understand. And so I wasn't really pressing the issue. I just brought it up because I wanted him to know that, hey, I'm serious, about meeting you, yada, yada, yada. Let's go ahead and see what happens. So, I don't know what was going on. And actually, it was on a Thursday, I believe. It was on a Thursday because I was actually supposed to go to my hometown, and I never made it to my hometown. And so he had already said something about us meeting anyway. And I think I told him that I had something going on or whatever the case may be. But nevertheless, I met up with him on Thursday, so it wasn't even a week yet. And he was like, hey, I was calling you because I wanted to go out to dinner with you. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's what's up. I was like, I have no plans. I was like, what's up? Do you still want to go? He was like, yeah, come on down. And he was like, I'm with my friends. So typically in the past, I've had a gentleman, maybe two, that wanted to meet me for the first time, but they wanted to bring a friend, which I do not like. Because I'm like, how can I be myself with you? Or how can I get to know you, but you're being entertained by your friends? Even though your friends may have that respect or whatnot, I just think that I'm meeting you for the first time, you meeting me for the first time, it should just be us. But nevertheless, he said he was with his friends, and I was like, you know what, I don't have nothing else to do, cool, let's go ahead and hang. It is what it is. So I ended up going to the restaurant. On my way to the restaurant, they were already there and seated. So he was like, hey, what do you want to get? I can go ahead and order your food. So I pulled up the website on my phone as I was driving, told him what I wanted, and boom, that was that. So I got to the restaurant. I see him and his friends. He got up, he gave me a hug, and I was like, okay, this is cool. He's dope. His friends was very dope. They were very welcoming. And they were actually a couple. So I guess that kind of made it easier. It made the ice more slicker. So it was cool. I guess that's a way to say that, ice slicker. I don't know. I'm just saying whatever. Anyway, we were with his friends, and they were a couple. And so they were, very talkative. The conversations were flowing. It was just a really dope atmosphere. Even inside the restaurant was dope. Even though I've been there before, not that particular location, but I was at that place before. So when I realized where I was at, I was like, oh, okay, this is a dope place. The food is going to be bomb. And so anyway, ate at the restaurant. We end up leaving the restaurant, but he ended up getting in the car with me because he rode with his friends. No biggie, y'all. He has his own car and everything. He just rode with his friends, and that was that. And so we sat in the car, and we talked for probably about 5 minutes or so. And he told his friends that, he and I were going to hang out some more. So we end up going back to his friend's place so he could get the key or whatever the case he needed to do. And then we end up leaving. So then I was like, okay, this is cool. We could go hang out somewhere. So he was like, I want to take you to this place that I've been to with another friend before. He was like, they got cool hookahs or whatnot. So I asked him where the place was at because I never heard of it. And it was in Underground. And I didn't want to go that way. So I was like, I really don't want to go there. I said, how about we go to this other place called Seavis? I said, they have hookahs and, they have nice drinks or whatnot. And so he was like, I don't want to go there. I really want to go this place. And I was just like, I really don't want to go there. And so he was like, okay, well, fine. We could just go to your place. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to be like that. The night is young. Let's just go. It is what it is. So he was like, cool. We end up going to the hookah spot. We got there. The atmosphere was dope. It's nice. It's really nice. Went upstairs. I'm not going to say we. So he already knew the place. So he was already game for the hookah. So while he was looking to see the hookah or whatever and asked me what flavor I want, I was like, just as long as it's something sweet. And so we got that settled. And then he was like, what you going to get the drink? And I was like, well, I'm not going to drink that much because, I got to be at work tomorrow. I'm just going to get a martini, which are my favorites. I love a martini. And so he was like, don't get no martini. He was like, we should just get a picture of something. And I was just like, you're probably not going to drink what I drink because I like sweet drinks. So I end up going in with the pitcher with him because I was like, it's fine. Plus he said, it's cheaper to just get the pitcher and we could just drink, off of that. And I was like, that'd be cool. You got to drink most of it because I'm not a big drinker. Fine. The lady came, got the hookah, ordered the drinks. That was that. Y'all, we stayed in that restaurant for probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Dope atmosphere. He and I talked about family. We talked about friends. We were reminiscing about back in the day, which was cool because one thing I like about him, he's he lived about 15, 20 minutes from my hometown. And actually where we used to hang out back in the day, he was hanging out, well, we all hung out in the same places back in the day. So we crossed each other's paths, but we didn't know who each other were. Anyway, after having that good time, laughing with him, joking with him, reminiscing, kissing, just the whole nine, just a cool date, y'all. It was just like phenomenal. Lady came, And she was like, y'all finished? Yeah, we finished. So she brought the check. When she brought the check, y'all, and this is my fault, here you go to my son. Here, you go ahead and take care of this. So I didn't say anything because one thing about it, and two things for sure, I got me. And I got anybody else that's at this table if there's a problem. Not for the fuss about no money, and I'm damn sure not gonna fuss about no money when it's concerning food. But what I was thinking was, how do you have the audacity to pick the place that we're going, pick the drink that we're gonna have, as far as the preference of pitcher, and I have my individual drink, but I gotta take care of it? So I didn't front it too much because I was thinking, you know what? He just got back from, the other state. He's trying to figure out his moving situation. Maybe the brother's a little short on some change. I don't know. I'm not going to question it. Now, I know some of y'all out there was like, Jerome, you should have said something. Because if he did it to you, he did it to somebody else, and he will do it to you again, and so on and so forth. Hold on. Let me finish the story. So I went ahead and paid for the ticket. I didn't say nothing about it. That day, I didn't say nothing about it. But it did weigh heavy on my mind, because my thing is that you picked the place. I didn't ask to go to this place. I wanted to go somewhere else. And I would have been fine paying for the other place we would have went to. But I was like, you know what? It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Now, a lot of you probably wondering is, okay, well, Jerome, what about when y'all went to the restaurant earlier with the friends? Excuse me. He ended up paying for everybody at the table, which was none of my concern. I ain't trying to put no dollar price on no meal, but my meal was $12 and some change, and maybe $3 because I had salmon for the meat. But I know one thing, that goddamn bill wasn't no $12 when we was at that hookah spot. That damn bill was way more. Cool, it's whatever. My thing is, the hookah was more so for you because I don't even smoke like that, even though I did partake in it, but I can't do a hookah alone. Now, I could have just said, let's go down the middle, but I'm dating the guy, and it is what it is. Anyway, we done with that. We end up getting in the car. I took him home. He asked me, was I okay? Because we were drinking. I was drinking or whatever. And I was fine. Took him home. I got home. He told me to call him. I got home, did all that. Woo-de-woo-de-woo. Cool. So anyway, as days were going by, I was like, hey, we need to go out again, so on and so forth. And he was like, yeah, we do need to go out again. We're going to go out. And I was like, okay, cool. And so as the days are going on, I'm saying, okay, so when are we going to go out? Because last time we went out, you planned it and I paid. And I think that was kind of ghetto as hell of what you did. So he laughed about it, was like, oh, I paid for that date. That's the problem we having right now. Don't play me with the kind of money. You know good and goddamn well you did not pay for that date. I did. And so I told him that, and he was like, well, I said it was going to come out of our pocket. Nigga, I don't know you like that. We don't share the same bank account. Ain't no our pocket. It's mine and it's yours. So he was like, cool, we'll go out, whatever. So anyway, as time is going on, of course, I'm still, repeating the same horse and pony show. He ended up working in he ended up working at a place or a site that was close to my home. So I had called him and I was like, hey, what's going on? And he told me what he was doing. He was stressed out with work and where he was at. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot you was there. I was like, I wish you would have called me earlier. We could have did lunch or something. Mind you, I keep pulling up a situation so we could do something. So he was like, yeah, we could have, but I'm really swamped right now, yada, 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 yada. So I thought about it, y'all, for a minute. I said, you know what, Jerome? You do like the guy. It is what it is. It could be something that you can laugh about later, whatever. So I said, you know what? How about I just go to the grocery store and I'll pick up some food. I'll cook for us. So he was happy about that. He's like, all right, cool. That's what's up. Got the food. I cooked when he got there. Actually, I didn't cook when he got there. I got the food, and I said I was going to wait because it was just some salmon, some rice, and some spinach that I made. And so when he got to the house, he was looking around or whatever. I don't invite guys to the house, but I felt like he was a little different. He was looking around. We end up going upstairs, and he got very comfortable, which was fine because I like when people are comfortable here in my place because I want you to feel relaxed. And so we end up dozing off to sleep, watching a movie or a movie watching us. And I end up getting up, and I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and cook because it's late and I don't like to eat too late. Went downstairs, I cooked the food. He loved the food, took pictures of the food, told his friends, his mama, whatever the case may be. It ain't whatever the case, that's what he did. He told his friends and he told his mama. Cool. After that, he left, he went home. I'm still bringing up the date the day after. So then, after I'm bringing up the date day after, this is like a few days later after he had dinner, he gonna tell me, why you talking to me like that? You must think I'm a broke nigga or something. Well, nigga, you're barking like a dog. Because we sure haven't been on a date. So he was like, well, we're going to go on a date soon. We're going to go on a date soon. Okay, cool. In the meanwhile, in between time, prior to me saying that, every other conversation we had was about us having sex. I have not had sex with this man yet, y'all. But he was clearly telling me that he want to have sex. Let's do this. Let's do that. That's not it for me. I'm good on that. And I don't know if I'm good at that because when I had my birthday a few months ago in December 28th to be exact, something came over me. It's like I feel so new again. And it's like it's the old Jerome. It's like I'm the new Jerome, but I'm the old Jerome when it comes to sex. It's like I don't really have to have that. Have y'all ever felt like that before? Where y'all don't have to have sex? It's like I just want the presence or I want the company of, just a nice man with me just to feel good and just to have fun, just to laugh, just to kick back, just do whatever we want to do. But sex is not that important no more. Now, prior to the birthday and some years ago, yes, sex was very important. And not saying sex is not important now, but I'm not too crazy about it. It's like, we already know what's going to happen. We already know if we don't like something, we could speak on it. We could talk about it. Blase, blase, blase. Anyway, he said that, about the broke thing or whatever the case may be. And I was just like, you know what? Whatever. I thought about it, and I thought about it really hard. I was like, you know what? He is reminding me of somebody I used to date. And this particular person I used to date, I felt like that I put pressure on the relationship. I was saying, hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do that. Let's not do this. Let's not do that. What about this? What about that? It was like I was doing all the leading. And I don't know about you guys, but it is difficult when it feels like you're running the one-man show when there's two people involved. Yeah. It is very difficult. And I just felt like I was pressing because my thing is that this dude really liked me. He was really digging me. We would have been hung out. Yeah, we would have been hung out. We would have been out and about. We would have been having a good time. I mean, I get it. It's a pandemic and all that good stuff. But there are other avenues that we can go down if we want to entertain each other outside of the four walls. And the thing was, every time I talked to him, it was always about sex. Just about sex. Now, don't get me wrong. Some can say, well, Jerome, maybe you need to teach him or tell him what you want. Y'all, I did. But there is only so much you can tell a grown-ass man. And I'm here to say, this man right here, the black man, I am not a teacher. I already do that shit at work. I ain't got time to do it at home. Not doing it. So, I know this. I don't know if this was, well, no, it's not wrong because you know what? It was right for him to do what he do, so it was right for me to do this. One time he had FaceTime me, and I just didn't even have the camera on. I was just like, whatever. The second and third time, I probably did not pick up the phone. No, it's not probably. I did not pick up the phone on him. And then the last time he called me, I was looking at a movie, and the movie was really good. But if you're the right person, I'll pause the movie. It's no biggie. I can rewind it, whatever the case may be. But I just sent him a text message. I was just like, I'll call you later. And just never did. And my reason for not calling is because I don't want to. I'm not getting what I need. And I'm not getting what I want. And so I'm good. Like, there's no love lost. We went on a date. It was cool. We had great phone conversation. It was cool. I did go to his place. It was cool. But the most thing, or the most memorable thing I can remember about that particular relationship is that it was always a conversation about sex. Granted, it's two of us and we're men, and that's probably the topic of conversation that most people would think that's what two guys talk about, but nah, it wasn't like that. And I didn't want to just have sex like that. I want my sex to be meaningful. But anyway, this is long enough already. I paid for a date that I didn't plan. So hey, I want y'all to drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about the video. Let me know about your situation. What would y'all do if y'all was in my exact situation? And have y'all been in a situation like this before? Like, what's up with the dating? And I am going to shoot another video, and I'm going to talk about my dating and how it goes. But I got to put a story behind it, so that way I can get your guys' attention. But anyway, it's me, Jerome. Thank you guys for watching, and I will chat with y'all soon. Talk to you later. Bye.